Hey friends, we're here to start a new mini madness, but actually if you saw the thumbnail, I'm calling this mega madness because we're gonna save a mega amount and I'm super excited to get started. So hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We're gonna get right into it. I think this video is probably gonna be super short. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so since I finished the taco savings challenge binder, we are now starting the progressive $1,000 savings challenge book. This is my brand new savings challenge book available on Amazon. It's a little book. It's about an A5 size, you can see, compared to my hand. If you're looking for a full flip through of this, I did a full flip through in one of my previous videos not too long ago, so go check that out. If you're interested in this book, it is linked below in my description box. It is also available in my Amazon storefront. And here's the thing. I did tell you guys the paper is pretty thin, so I think I might try to use these gel pens I just happen to have. I don't know, you guys. I don't have any colored pencils here. And I don't like to color with crayons. And I do have these, which don't bleed, but the tips are not, are not fine enough. So I don't know how the coloring's gonna go, but like I said, I might try to use these. We're just gonna see how it goes. Okay, so we're doing $40 in here today. This book saves $1,000, as you may have guessed. There is a way, if you do every challenge individually, it's actually gonna save you $6,634. So if you do that, wow, you're amazing. But the whole point of this book is it's a progressive challenge book. So as you finish each challenge, the money from that challenge goes towards the next challenge. So basically you already have a head start on every single challenge as you start it. I hope that makes sense. And you'll see as I go along kind of how that comes into play. So $40, essentially we're going to be finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're like finishing 7 challenges today already, which is like insane. But that's the point of this book, is to like help you feel motivated and accomplished. And that's why I think this book is just going to be so super fun to do. And so that's why I chose this for my next mini madness. So even though it's probably going to take me a lot longer to do because it saves $1,000, I really am excited to do it and to kind of see how long it takes me to do and how this concept kind of brings itself to life. I do want to say also, because I know a lot of people commented on the video when I introduced this book and they said, what a great idea and blah, blah, blah. I do want to say I'm not taking credit for this idea. I actually, not that I got the idea for the book from someone else, but this is not a unique idea. The first time I saw something like this was from actually Renee from Reinventing Renee. She had a progressive savings challenge. I can't think of the name of it, or maybe Honey Money or something. So I don't want to take credit for like the idea of like a progressive challenge. I just kind of put it into book form. So I just wanted to say that also. Now, here's what I'm going to do. In the back, you do have this page here. I want to write my start date. And so today is what? July 22nd. So again, this way I can see how long this takes me to complete. And once I finish this book, again, it's going to be $1,000. I'm going to put this towards my large 2025 savings challenge binder that I just started. You guys already saw that video, but let's get down to it. If this video is boring, I'm sorry. It's going to be, like I said, just a lot of coloring. And so I may skip through some of it, I may not. And again, it's probably going to be pretty short, but we're gonna just do it. Okay, so this first challenge is $5. And so again, we're gonna be able to complete, you know, this first challenge total. So I think I'm just gonna color, I'm not gonna color the full like cake pops. I think I'm just gonna color the swirls, at least for some of these, because some of these are black. So I'm just gonna kind of color at random and try to chat through most of this. And yeah, hopefully this is not like a super extremely boring video for you guys. I did want to update you guys on some health things. So I think I had told you guys that I was recently diagnosed with Bimzelx, and I did take my first injection on July 3rd, and you guys, oh my gosh, that has been absolutely amazing. So, okay, my insurance, just in case you happen to maybe have psoriasis or something and, you know, you're not being treated for it, here's how it went down for me. So, I have psoriasis on the back of my scalp and like the top too, but the back was my main like problem area, and my ears, like inside and around my ears, and it was very itchy. I had a lot of flakes that looked like, or I guess were, dandruff, which, you know, obviously doesn't look the best, right? And my scalp was just basically always itchy, like constantly. Okay, I was lucky enough that I didn't really have it anywhere else on my skin, not my arms, legs, anywhere, really just my scalp and my ears. But it definitely bothered me. And so my dermatologist prescribed me Bimzelx. It's an injectable medication. And so we started the process. I did have to get some blood work, a big full panel, to make sure I was healthy, because I guess with the Bimzelx, it could like lower your immune system and things like that. And let me check if these are bleeding actually. No, they're pretty good. Okay. And so I did have to get blood work to make sure everything was good there, before starting, and it was. And then they put through an auth with my insurance. You know, of course, it was an injectable medication, so it wasn't something that you can just get from your regular pharmacy. It's an injection, so it does have to come from a specialty pharmacy. My insurance denied it. However, let me back up. They denied it because they stated I needed to try basically other medications first, to see if they would work before covering this Bimzelx. I obviously did not try that. Years ago, I tried a medicated shampoo and a foam, and I will be 100% honest, I just wasn't the best at keeping up with that. First of all, I do not wash my hair every day. I only wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week, and so obviously a shampoo, you need to be using that more frequently. So that was the first thing, and yeah, I just wasn't consistent with that. And so that was the story with that. But the insurance denied it. But through, I guess, Bimzelx directly, they have what's called a bridge program. And so with the bridge program, they actually cover it for up to 2 years, and they cover it at a $15 per dose. So $15 per injection, which is really good, because for me, and I think probably for everyone, it's only 1 injection a month for the first 5 doses. And then after the first 5 doses, it's 1 every 2 months. So it's $15 a month for the first 5 months, and then $15 every 2 months. And that's for the first 2 years. My doctor said once your insurance kind of sees that you're doing well on it after those 2 years, then they typically do cover it. I don't know if that's true or not. I work for insurance, and I don't know if they'll just like kind of see that evidence and be like, oh, okay, we'll cover it now. That kind of seems a little far-fetched to me, but maybe. But that's the story with that. So it's costing me $15 per dose, and it is amazing. I saw results literally the same day or the very next day that I had the injection. Okay, so that's done. That was $5. So we have 40. Let's subtract. So 40, we're down to 35. Now, we have, let me take this off because this is, let me just silence it. So we have $5 from this challenge. Now we're going to take $5 over to this $10 challenge. And now we already have half of this complete. So before I put any additional money in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 5 of these colored in because they're worth $1 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. And then I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional dollars to complete the challenge. So that is the progressive aspect of this book. And that is how you're able to make kind of extra progress with these challenges because you're already getting like a head start. Wow, that was a bad outline. You're already getting a head start with each challenge. Now, what was I saying? So yeah, I saw results almost immediately. And my doctor did say it works really fast. She's like, oh, within 2 weeks sometimes. Literally, it was like the next day for me or the day of. The injection did hurt. I'm not going to lie. Like, it burned. I did it. I actually took it to the dermatologist's office. And she did it for me just to kind of show me like how it works, how I would do it. It burned so bad. But, you know, it's like, what, 30 seconds? And then it's done. It burned. Okay, so I'm going to subtract that additional $5. And now we have $10 saved. So with that $10, now I'm going to carry that over to this. And this is 15. Each of these is $1, but remember we have 10 already. So I'm going to color in the first 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we only have 5 additional dollars to put in here. Now, in the walkthrough or the flip through of this book, I did say if you're confused on what to color, just check the dollar amount and check the total and then kind of count to figure out what you're coloring. So this is a good example of that. Each item is worth $1 and you're saving 15 total. So there's 15 items or icons that you would color. And so basically it's just all the buttons. The screen of the calculator doesn't count and the actual like body of the calculator itself doesn't count. Okay, so if you're confused, that's how you would figure out what to color. Okay, so we brought our 10 over, so now we just need 5 more dollars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to subtract my 5 on my calculator, and I still have $25 left. Okay, I hope this is all making sense. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know below, but this is like, again, the progressive part of this challenge book, and yes, I'm loving it. Okay, so now we saved 15 with this challenge. So again, we're moving over to this one. This is only a $20 challenge, so we get to color in $15 worth. So again, each icon or item is worth $1. and our total is 20. So we have, with this one, it's the little circles on the mushrooms. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little circles per mushroom, and there's 4 mushrooms, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's the little circles. It's not the mushroom cap or the stem that we're coloring. So we're coloring 5, 10, 15 for this challenge for the money that we're bringing over. I hope I'm not doing like an absolutely horrific job of explaining this. So I'm going to color in these circles to symbolize what I'm bringing over or carrying over. So yeah, I highly recommend the Bimzelix. It has been amazing for me. Again, I only took the 1 dose so far. And again, it's once a month. So my next dose would be like July 31st or no, my next dose would be August 3rd. I'm going to try to do it August 2nd because we go away August 3rd and I don't want to have to like bring it on vacation with me. I did ask the dermatologist. She said that's okay. It doesn't have to be, you know, exactly a month. I haven't had any side effects so far, knock on wood. So yeah, if you are struggling with psoriasis and it's an option for you, I highly recommend maybe talking to your dermatologist about Bimzelix. I don't know. It's just been absolutely amazing. Okay, so now I have, again, $5 more to complete this page. So I'm going to subtract 5 here. And I'm going to color these in. The other health things are, I have recently started a blood pressure medication. I just had my preventive exam at my doctor and I had a high blood pressure reading, and then I also had a high blood pressure reading at my endocrinologist exam a few weeks ago, and so I started on a high blood pressure medicine. I was just saying to my friend who I work with, like in my head, I feel like I'm 15. I'm 38. In my head, I feel like I'm 15, and I I don't feel like it in my body, but I still feel like I should be able to just bounce back from everything and feel like I should be completely healthy and everything else. But that's not the case, and I need to realize that. And yeah, so things, you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I'm on a blood pressure medication. Okay, so $20. So now we have $20 to carry over to the next challenge, which is 25. So again, now we can color in 20 of these, and then we're only putting in $5 extra. Let's do green hearts. So we're gonna color in 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I hope this is making sense the way I'm doing this book. So yeah, I'm on a blood pressure medication, like a low dose, I guess she said. So that's new. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is I have sort of like touched on this here and there on my channel about weight loss. You guys know I've sort of been on a weight loss journey for several years now. I did lose a bunch of weight a few years back. I lost 44 pounds. And then I basically gained it all back. I am convinced, well, okay, I'm pretty convinced that I gained all the weight back because of sleep apnea, because I finally started on a CPAP machine, and that actually allowed my body to rest, because I gained like 30 pounds in the last year. And so because I'm actually getting rest, I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's why I gained so much weight. That, and, you know, I eat like crap, but I really am convinced that that is a major reason why. Anyway, so I gained like all that weight back. I went to my preventive care visit, like I said, and I asked my doctor about starting Zepbound, which is a weight loss medication that is also approved for sleep apnea. I was really interested in trying that. It's an injectable weight loss medication, And I was so excited to just like get on that and start and like actually lose some weight, potentially keep it off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have $5 more to complete this. So let me subtract 5. So I think what's important here is to keep the calculator or to have your bills and keep subtracting. Otherwise, I feel like because this is a progressive challenge, it's really easy to get confused with like how much money you're putting in versus how much you're carrying over. So that's an important thing to know, is like keeping track of your money when you're kind of carrying over and putting in additional dollars. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to finish coloring in these 5. So I asked the doctor about the zip bound, and she said, oh yeah, you know, that's no problem, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, I cannot take zip bound because I have a history of pancreatitis. So I was so bummed. I guess that is a potential side effect, and not only of Zepbound, but actually of all those GLP-1s and those injectable weight loss medications. So yeah, I'm still bummed about it, but I mean, I do not want pancreatitis again. I had pancreatitis in 2015 and it literally almost killed me. I was in the ICU for almost a week. It was crazy. Okay, so now we're moving over to the $30 challenge, and now each of these is $2. Now with this, we're carrying over $25. Let's use this silver. Okay, and so we're gonna color in $25 worth. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and then half of this one. It doesn't really matter because again, we're just going to end up coloring them all anyway. So I asked her if there were any alternatives, and she told me yes, but nothing that they could prescribe there. Why, I don't exactly know. She said I needed to see the weight loss clinic. She did say, you know, it was a long wait, so they would refer me, and then, you know, I would have to wait for them to, like, wait for the visit. So, again, I was bummed about that because I knew I would be waiting forever to get in there because, first of all, around here, I don't know if it's a thing with you guys and where you live, but specialists in general, no matter what kind, it takes forever to get into them, like forever. Like my dermatologist, now that I'm in, it's fine, but originally I had to wait so long to get an appointment, like it was crazy. Okay, so now with this one, each one's worth $2, so we have $2, $4, $5 left for this page, so minus 5. We're down to $10. Let me color in these. So yeah, I just knew I'd be waiting forever. So the other day, I'm at work and I had my cell phone here on my desk, and I just happened to see my chart for Geisinger. I'm assuming Geisinger, I don't know if that's like a nationwide thing or just around here in the Northeast. I had a notification pop up about scheduling an appointment, and it just so happened they had a telehealth visit that day for the weight loss clinic, and I grabbed it. Okay, so this was $30. Now we're gonna carry over $30 to the next page. Now here's my suggestion for you. If you say you finish a challenge and you spent all your money, like you're not putting in any additional money, but you finished a challenge, I recommend at least carrying over the money and coloring in your next like challenge for what you carry over, at least so you know like what you're starting with. Okay, so like we have $30 with this challenge, Now we're going to color in $30 worth here. Each is 2, so we're going to color in 15 of these hexagons, okay, or whatever these shapes are. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay, so I got the notification for the telehealth visit. It was like 10:56 a.m. literally, and the visit was at 11 a.m. So I don't know, maybe it was like a cancellation or something. I seriously lucked out. I grabbed it and I had the telehealth visit. And so, you know, we talked a little bit about my eating habits and things like that. She did tell me, make sure I have more protein, which is tough for me. I don't eat a lot of meat. But in addition to meat, like I'm a picky eater in general. I do consider myself pretty picky. And so protein is tough for me anyway. So she said protein, and then she said do strength training. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. We have $10 left. So now we're at 0. So she said do strength training. She said a lot of people think of just cardio as their workout, like for losing weight. But as you get older, you lose muscle mass. And so strength training is really important to like support your metabolism. And so she said for me to incorporate strength training into my workout. So, that was that. And then she also, because I could not take any of the injectables. Okay, so again, we don't have any more money to put in, but we're going to carry over a $40. So next time we're going to start on this challenge and we're going to be able to hopefully finish it. So we have $40 here. Each of these is $2. So we're going to color in almost all of these and be able to, again, hopefully finish this next time. So we're going to color in 20 of these moons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So because I could not take the injectables, she gave me a choice of 2 or 3 medications. And so we ended up going with Topamax, which is typically used for migraines, I think she said, but one of the like side effects is it's like an appetite suppressant, I guess. And so I'm currently on that, and I have been on it for less than a week now. And so, I mean, so far so good, no side effects or anything on that. Is it working as an appetite suppressant? I don't know. But she said to take 1 in the morning for the first like 7 days, and then as long as I don't have any side effects or anything like that, to start taking 1 in the morning and then 1 at night. So, you know, I'm still only taking 1 a day so far. So do I think these are going to work as well as an injectable? No. But it's what I am able to take. So that is all the medical stuff. That was a lot longer than I thought. Hopefully that wasn't the most boring thing ever, but that is what has been going on with me. So yeah, it's just been like hard because you guys know as you get older, things are just tougher. Like no matter how many calories I count and how much I work out, it's just like, you know, I could lose a pound and then the next day it's back. So I just wanted a little help, and we'll see if it works or not. I don't know. Okay, so we spent our whole $40, but we literally completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 challenges with only $40 and almost an eighth. So that is why this book I think is going to be super fun. Now, is the coloring beautiful? No, absolutely not. But these gel pens were a good idea. They didn't bleed through. So I think I'll probably continue using these. Okay, so let's put in the money. So what I did, because I created this book and I have the file, I actually went ahead and created a dashboard for myself. I know you guys won't have a dashboard, but you know, again, I created the book. I mean, unless you wanted to cut out the cover, which I don't think you would want to do, or you could, if you have like a copy machine or a friend, you could make a copy of it, I guess, and then laminate it to make a dashboard. But I just made that little dashboard, and then again, $40 to start that off in our envelope. And there we go. Yay! That's our first 40 bucks. And actually, I think I'll just keep the book in there because it fits beautifully inside an A5 binder. Okay, this video ended up turning out extremely long. As I said, wow, I'm like slurring my words now. As I said, I hope it wasn't super duper boring. Okay, let me wrap this up. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking all the way till the end. I am so grateful that you are here. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful week. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.